howdy, hey folks. Welcome back to another week of the Not Supposed to Be Here podcast. I'm your host, Zachary Willett. This is my co-host, Austin Roth. He doesn't bring much to the table, so we're going to keep it going.
We're bringing a lot to the table. We're bringing a lot to the table. I hope your energy's better. I hope your attitude's better today. I hope you're a bit more happy, a bit more conscious of the viewers. You know, I hope that you're ready to dance. I'm ready to dance. I'm ready to rock and fucking roll.
You'd be a horrible architect.
I don't disagree with that.
You do not have the patience for something like that. I couldn't see you down there with a little paint brushing away on some dinosaur bones.
Architect? I think you're thinking of a different thing right now.
Yep. I said architect, but I meant archeologist.
Okay, but, with you now. I agree on both, to be honest with you. But
yeah,
two very
pretty bad
things.
Architect too. If I looked at a house and it said the architect on this was Austin Roth, I'd be like,
yeah. Now I can read those prints and I can build it, but I don't know about the actual doing of the prints thing. The whole fucking the measuring and the writing and the
If I saw any part of this house was built by Austin Roth, I'd also run. I'd run. People are like, I thought you were getting that new house, Zach. Yeah, saw the builder's name. I had to jump out.
Deep breath.
I always thought the projectors were going to be a bigger thing later in life.
I thought that quicksand was going to be a bigger thing later in life.
Well, I just thought, because going to the movie theater, like when projectors were first coming out on the market, they were expensive. Like people were like, "Holy shit, these things are the coolest things in the world! I can have my own movie theater in my basement." Blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. I thought, I mean, you can get them for cheap now. You can get a really cheap projector. But I just always thought that, you'd go to more people's houses and they'd have a projector up. Because, schools started getting them. Every classroom had a projector.
I noticed two things. One, I remember those old school where it was it lit up on a light and then there was a mirror up here and the teacher would write on the pencil and then it would shoot it at the, what I'm talking about? Yep. Those things where they would check your work, whatever, on that in school. And then nowadays I start to see a lot of people have what's it called? They're short throw projectors. So if the wall is here, the projector's on the ground, literally a foot away from the wall. And then it shoots it up so you don't have to worry about blocking anything or whatnot. Those are pretty cool. Those are wildly expensive. But they're pretty nice. Those are cool.
I have saw those. First snow this weekend. First snow of the year.
Yeah. That wasn't very fun to wake up to, I'll be honest.
I mean, I was pretty excited.
I knew it was going to happen. I was prepared for it, but it's ugh. And it wasn't even that cold. It was a thing. It's not like I walked outside and I was like, oh my God, it's freezing. But it was definitely, there was snow. There was some snow on the ground. Not nearly as much as they said we were going to get, which is normal. But there was snow. I mean, think about it. When people are listening to this podcast, we are currently up north in the woods, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, in case anybody's wondering, this podcast is recorded the day after the other podcast, so that we could produce something for you guys. So this is after last night's shit show of Austin just being an absolute fucking word that I can't say for monetization purposes.
The people would disagree.
The people would not disagree. He hasn't been any better today. He was pulling some illegal stuff today.
Pulling some illegal stuff? What was illegal?
Drove a car without...
I went to get the proper representation for that vehicle, and they fucked me.
I mean, did they fuck you, or did you try to do something last minute? And it didn't work out because you tried to do it last minute.
It's neither here nor there. It's neither here nor there.
Can't do everything last minute, Austin. That's the issue.
I don't disagree with that statement.
Beer is the cheapest at Costco. I just got to put that out there.
Should you just bounce back and forth between Sam's Club and Costco?
There's some things that I like more from Costco, and there's some things I like more from Sam's Club. Sam's Club has a lot more of the... Sam's Club is the Walmart of membership bulk club stores.
It is owned by Walmart, so that checks out.
Yeah. But it's if you go there for the cheaper, more ancillary things I don't know, they just have more of a stock than a lot of the other stores, I don't like BJ's at all, so I don't have a membership there. But other than that,
You said those propane tanks were how much at Sam's Club?
They were $5 each, I believe. Or they're
A lot cheaper at Walmart.
$4 and something cents each or something. Why? How are they cheaper at Walmart?
I don't know. I can get a 4-pack for $18.
Nope, not true.
I'm looking at it right now.
I was at Walmart. They don't sell it. Yeah, but you gotta have those ones shipped. I think it was like.
I gotta have those shipped. You're such a fucking retard.
I think the final deal was like $4.38 each or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You got 6 of them for under for 26 something. But yeah, I just bounce back and forth.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Costco has the better rotisserie chicken. That's for sure.
I agree.
Costco has like a lot better produce as well.
Sam's Club has way better muffins, though. Sam's Club has better muffins.
I could argue that.
You could argue, but you won't be right.
I mean, I definitely.
You can argue anything. You can argue literally anything about anything. You can argue about having the ability to argue it.
They're pretty good.
They're not bad. They're not bad at all. I'm looking for the best, though. We're looking for the best that we can get here. Okay, that's what we're here for. That's why we're here. That's why we do this. We're striving for the best. I feel a lot better today. Thanks for asking, though. I feel a lot better. I think the food poisoning is finally starting to work its way out. I'm starting to feel it better. Ate a bagel today. Ate some eggs.
Yeah, and tomorrow you'll go to work and you'll eat fucking 9 things from Speedway and 10 things from Burger King and 4 things from Taco Bell.
I don't think I will. Honestly, I don't believe that I will.
A lot of scrappiness in today's Detroit Lions game.
Yeah, I don't.
Don't really understand that,
it's not even the guy who punched St. Brown who's an idiot. The guy who hits the ref, that guy needs help. I mean, that guy needs help. Like, I mean, how dumb. It might have been the same. I don't think so, because the ref thing happened like more in the end zone, and the St. Brown thing happened like on the 5-yard line. So unless he hit St. Brown, ran in the end zone, and then hit the ref, which I guess is possible, I don't know. But either way, just a lot of stupidity.
I mean, what are you doing just clocking a wide receiver on the field? Like what?
Very disrespectful with the President of the United States in the building, too.
Yeah, I think that's what started. Well, that is like actually what started it, because Amon-Ra did a Donald Trump dance, and apparently he did not like that.
Well, maybe you should stop the touchdown then. I don't know what to tell you.
Why would you stop?
I don't think.
I see what you're saying.
I don't think that John. No, I'm saying I don't think that John appreciated my comments about the Detroit Lions today.
I think you're an idiot. I think my fantasy team was in the toilet 2 weeks in a row. I just don't know what's going on there.
I can tell you what's going on. You didn't play me. When anybody doesn't play me, they seem to do just fine. But they play me, and they have the best week of your entire life.
I mean, anytime I am predicted to beat somebody, like when the little prediction comes up there and they're like, you have an 83% chance to win this week, that's the week I lose. But then
I don't listen to any of that shit, dude.
Hey, you have a 20% chance to win, I like crush whoever I'm playing.
Yeah, I pretty much solely look at like the matchups, you know, and like who's playing who.
Yeah, I mean,
what the weather is.
If you look at my matchups, I mean, unfortunately, you know, the 1 week I have to play Bo Nix, he plays in the Wind Bowl.
That was a horrible game.
I mean, I don't know what Buffalo was doing today. I mean, they got crushed by Miami. Crushed.
It was bad, dude. It was ugly. Out of
all teams to get crushed by, Miami?
In division, it hurts them so bad, too. Like, they could have lost like that to anybody. They could have lost like that to anybody, but for it to be Miami in division is rough. That hurts their playoff seeding a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Helps us, though. Helps me a lot.
I mean,
helps me
Josh
tremendously.
Downs has his first week under 10 points in like 6 weeks or something like that. It goes on bye next week, so he's got to figure that one out. Amon-Ra had a fine game. I mean, but YOMO was definitely the better target of the day. Rashad White. I mean, I had to play him. He's the only back they have right now. I mean, I guess he did fine. Gadsden isn't really playing that great so far, but I mean, we're also only into the second quarter. Matt Prater couldn't do anything because his offense couldn't score.
This Sunday night game is beyond horrible.
My defense did absolutely fantastic with 23 points, though. So
I tell you what, you guys got to stop worrying about, Green Bay's got to stop worrying about Detroit. Detroit's got to stop worrying about Green Bay. You guys need to have your eyes on Seattle. That team is Whew, that team is good. That team is good. Really good.
You know, I mean,
Really good. If I was in the NFC, I would be very, very concerned about them.
I don't know. Only person I'm really worried about out there right now is Detroit, because Detroit's the only one that can beat themselves.
So, I mean, if Green Bay loses tomorrow night against Philly, is the Lions won in the division again?
They are.
Wow.
We'll have the better record.
That'd be nice for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll get Travis Hunter back here at some point. He's supposed to be going off for the rest of the season. I don't know. The NFL is just a very interesting place right now. There's a lot of odd injuries. Like,
It's a lot of weird stuff for sure.
yeah, I don't know. Like the NFL is not like they do this every year. You know, like all the predictions of the NFL. This is what's going to happen. This is what's not going to happen. You just always it just always goes completely haywire halfway through. So I don't know. I don't really have more to talk about on that one. I'll tell you what. Groceries are expensive. Life is just expensive.
Groceries are expensive. Everything is expensive.
You telling
That
me the
is
dog food costs over $1 a pound these days? You're telling me an egg is 38 cents an egg?
something like that. Yeah,
You're telling me that a
something like
gallon
that.
of milk?
Unfortunately,
Are you telling me a gallon of TrüMoo is $6?
how'd your wife like it though? Was it good? Did she enjoy it?
TrüMoo? We didn't get to drink the TrüMoo that we got because it was expired.
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me that. Yeah, it's tough.
They did give us a refund for it, so I mean that was nice. I will say
That's
like
good.
this about Meijer. Meijer has like one of the best customer service out of all grocery stores. If you go to that little customer service area or whatever, like the return.
Meyer, you're saying?
Yeah, and they're always
Okay.
like very nice about it. They're always like, yeah, I understand that. Thanks for bringing that to our attention. Here you go. Here's your $9 back. That's what they did for us. We had bought some sausage from Meijer on November 3rd, same day we bought that chocolate milk. It was expired for over a week. It expired on October 25th, and we bought it on 11/3.
Do you just not look at fucking dates before you buy them?
No, not usually, because usually I'm going to use it within the week. So it's like I don't.
That's wild that you don't look at that kind of shit. Yeah, I don't know.
I never really had like. With milk, usually I do. Like, you know, and the funny part is like my wife is the one that grabbed the chocolate milk, and usually she's like a Nazi about that. Like, you know, get in line. You know.
I don't think that I buy anything without like triple checking the dates on everything.
I mean,
I'll
I
like
guess,
shuffle shit around and look at everything and try to figure
I
out what
guess
is the
usually
best
I do,
one.
and it was just like one of those like really like off nights, like where you were just grabbing.
Sure.
I think it's like I check the dates with certain things and I don't with others. Like with milk, usually I do, and like I said, my wife like. She really checks the dates. Like, if something is expiring on the 16th, she'll dig until she finds one that's expiring on the 19th. You know?
I like that.
Like, I could be like, that's 3 weeks from now. We're going to eat it on Tuesday. She's like, yeah, but it'll be fresher. All right, whatever. So, and then, like, one of the things was a sausage roll, like breakfast sausage. And in my head, like, that shit's good forever. Because, like, once you get in, when it's in that little tube... Like, I feel like it's good for 3 months.
Yeah, there's a few foods that I guess I shouldn't say everything because there's like not like Pop Tarts and shit like I don't what I mean or like like the like those Tostitos like the nacho cheese shit like that's good for like 9 years that type of shit just doesn't go bad but
So you don't even
anything
like
I'm worried about I will
about
milk bread eggs that kind of stuff.
I don't really ever buy bread anymore.
I don't
just
understand
buy
the egg
loaf
thing.
bread.
Like, why do eggs? Why do we refrigerate eggs and some people don't? They just like have them on their counter. Is it one of those like once it's refrigerated, it needs to be refrigerated kind of a thing?
No, so all the eggs that we get in the United States are already pre-washed. So if you don't wash the eggs, you don't have to refrigerate them. But if you wash them, you have to refrigerate them.
I don't understand about washing the outside of the shell has to do with the inside though.
There's some sort of mucus that keeps it good.
Interesting. Okay. But they don't even wash them though. Like I see these people, they just put them on the counter. And they got like one of those egg roll things, and they just take it off, crack it, throw it in,
Yeah,
farm fresh.
Like when my mom had her chickens, like we didn't wash them; she just kept them on the counter.
Yeah, it's weird.
So I mean, I don't know. That's what you do. Or if you wash them, you take that mucus off. I don't know. Something about when it comes out of the cloaca, it's good until it's washed.
Out of the cloaca.
The cloaca is the spot that the egg comes out of a chicken. What are you doing on your phone right now?
I'm trying to understand something. I'm just trying to understand something. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Just here you go.
It's not making any sense.
You're
5
addicted.
weeks in a row.
Addicted. What's your screen time? Pull up your screen time right now. My screen time.
That's unfair.
Horrible.
Well, that's not fair though, because like you can attribute like 5 of those hours to like a podcast going on when the phone is like sitting over here. So that's not necessarily fair. But let's look at it.
I think the screen time won't account for certain things like that.
Yeah, but it'll account for when your screen is on. If I'm watching a YouTube podcast video for 3 hours and my phone is sitting here, it'll account for the screen time. It's actually not nearly as bad as I thought, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be a lot worse.
Is it above 3
What do you think?
hours?
Stop. 3 hours. Yeah, I live in 2025, Willett. It's above 3 fucking hours. That's outrageous. I'd like you to show me somebody's phone that's below 3 hours. My fucking great-grandma's phone is probably over 3 hours.
Mine's at 3 hours and 55 minutes. That's
Yeah, go to last week. Not now, because it's fucking going off of today. So let's look at last week, shall we?
Five hours and 41 minutes.
Okay, well, mine's not nearly that bad.
And for some reason, I was on it a lot on Wednesday.
My average for the week last week was 7 hours and 43 minutes.
Jeez.
And if you take away Thursday, it would have been 6 hours and 12 minutes. So
take away my Wednesday. I don't know what I was doing that Wednesday. I was playing a lot of games on my phone. That's what I was doing.
That's not nearly as bad as I thought, though.
I know what that day was. That was the day that our internet was out at work. That's why it's so much. And we weren't allowed to leave. You had to use PTO if you left, even though we didn't have internet.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, like, out of my week, my weekly average is 10 hours and 32 minutes. And out of that 10 hours for the week,
does it show?
That's what I'm looking at right now. So out of that, I have 20 hours and 10 minutes of YouTube, because that's what I do all my podcasts on. So, like...
Yeah, but I do too, but it's...
Yeah, but you listen to your podcast on your fucking computer.
I do. Sometimes I do, but a lot of times I don't. I guess.
Yeah, but I'm saying I only do on my phone. I don't have anything else but my phone.
It also must not do... It must not do anything when I'm doing CarPlay, because like I don't see any of my music and stuff, and I like, you know...
No, your screen has to be on, and you have to be watching something or doing something. You can't just like have your phone on doing something in the background. Yes, I'm saying like if I open up a YouTube channel and it's on like this, it's on my phone, and I just set my phone like up here or somewhere, it's still on. It's still playing.
You don't turn your screen off when you do that?
Sometimes, but rarely. Honestly, no. I don't. I mean, I don't think about it. Truthfully, I just like I have it on, and I just go like this. I just take my phone and I just like put it on the screen. Like that's what I most of the time do.
Like if I'm
kills my battery. Kills my battery.
If I'm listening to it, that's why it's not very much on mine. Because if I'm listening to
podcast, if you're just listening to it, it won't be that bad. Yeah, I should do that. I should, because it kills my battery. I feel like because I'll be like working or doing something, and then I'll hear something that's like funny. Who is that? Lad McConkey, damn it. There'll be like something happen that's funny, and I like to like watch the face reactions, so then I'll like pick it up and like back up 10 seconds, you know what I mean? So you can like see it. Like Two Bears,
yeah,
you know, you have to like, I have to watch that shit. I could just open the phone. I grasp what you're saying.
There's one that I watch once a week in your mom's house, and like they do segments at the end, and so like for the last 20 minutes I watch it, because you know like they're doing like Christina's TikToks or like Tom's horrible or hilarious. So,
yeah, no, I should do what you're saying. What, today? This week?
Yeah, today, right now.
I think it's decent.
This week we've had
this week's episode. I know, but this week's episode comes out Monday. Comes out Monday the 17th.
All right, folks. I'm actually going to switch my 3 and 2 right now.
Okay, well, I'll get us going then, because you started last week. All right, folks, here it is. We're doing top 3, bottom 3 fast food burgers, okay? Not which fast food has the best burgers, but specific burgers from each fast food. You can have multiple burgers from the same fast food location. You can have none from one. I mean, it's all about what you think is the best and you think is the worst. I do think that Willett should have a more diverse list than I do because I don't necessarily get cheeseburgers. I'm more of a chicken guy myself. Very rarely will I get a cheeseburger, but I have had all of these. So I'm not like just guessing here. I've eaten all of them more than once.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a cheeseburger either.
No, it has to be a burger, though. Yeah, it has to be a burger. Number 3 for me on the bottom. I'm going to start off fairly light, but it honestly is my opinion, and that's the Angus burger from Arby's. I do not like Arby's burgers. I think they should stick with like the deli meat situation that they have going on, and like the sliders aren't bad, but the burger, maybe I had a bad one. It's one I've only had once, but it was not good.
Speaking of Arbs, today I tried the gobbler today.
Did you?
8.2.
Okay, let's pause the TB3 for a second. Okay, it's a large little sandwich.
If I would have realized how big it was, I would not have gotten the combo. I would not, because
I never get the combo.
I got the fries and I got the, well, you go to Arby's, it's hard not to get the curlies. But I also got the apple pie shake. Did not like it. Did not like the apple pie shake.
I said it's what you think it would be. It's kind of dull. A lot of cinnamon. I don't get a lot of apple.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't know. It was not it was not a good milkshake. That's not.
Was it mixed very well?
I don't know.
Because I've had 2 now, and the one was not. Yeah, very thick. Very thick. I agree with that. But you like the gobbler, though, huh?
Yeah, 8.2 out of 8.2
yeah.
out of 10.
It's expensive. It's like, what, $7 or $8 for that sandwich?
Yeah, I mean, the combo was $12. If I did get it again, though, I would go no cranberry sauce, extra crispy onions.
Really? See, I do not like cranberry sauce, and on that, for whatever reason, I don't mind it.
I'm not like I don't like the cranberry jelly and stuff.
I don't either. I don't either. I don't like cranberry.
Things.
I hate everything cranberry. I do not like cranberry ever. But on that, I don't mind it. Okay, anyways, back to the TB3.
Jelly.
Arby's Angus Burger, number 3 for me.
My number 3 on the bottom is the Daily Double from McDonald's. They're just taking their normal shit patties and they're trying to make it like a deluxe type burger. So,
okay.
I mean, I'm not saying it's horrible, but I'm just saying, I'm not something I'm going out of my way ever to get.
Okay, fair enough. Number 2 for me is just the regular cheeseburger, like off the dollar menu, cheeseburger from McDonald's. I think it's possibly the worst burger in the world, dude. It's so, you can like just between the bread, the meat, everything, it's so artificial and garbage. They're terrible. Terrible.
My number 3 on the bottom is an Arby's burger. Any Arby's burger, not good. They're not good. There's something about it. They're just not good. I think I
respect it. That could be. Now this one's going to get some hate. This one's going to get some people fired up a little bit here, okay? And I'm adding Mr. Austin Sotheby on this one. But I have to speak on the truth. I have to speak on the God's honest truth on this one, okay? I've had it 3 times from 3 completely separate establishments, more than 100 miles away from each other, each one. Okay, so it's not a control issue at one location. This is, I believe, in my opinion, a brand-wide problem. That is, and I will literally say any burger from Whataburger. Any burger. Okay? I've had Whataburger now 3 times, 3 different establishments, miles away from each other. A, I did not think they tasted very good. And B, I got violently sick every single time I had it. Every time. 3 for 3, 100%. Violently sick. Did not enjoy it. Whataburger. My number 1.
Interesting. I've had Whataburger before and I liked it. I didn't think it was fantastic, but I thought it was good. Number 1 on my bottom is the Impossible Whopper. Stop with the impossible shit. Stop with the vegan shit. Get rid of it. Throw it off the side of the earth. If they want to eat a cheeseburger, they can eat a real fucking cheeseburger.
What I don't like is the fact that
plants and vegetables.
It's actually worse because of all the chemicals and shit that they put into it, it's actually worse for you. Like, if you took an actual plant-based burger and made it because you're, whatever, vegan, vegetarian, whatever it is, and you don't want to eat meat, good for you. We can live with that. But the Impossible brand, the Impossible burger, Impossible shit, if you look at, like, the ingredients and the chemicals that they put in that fucking burger, is disgusting, dude. It's terrible. I would eat a fucking, I don't even know, I'd eat tofu before I ate that shit, dude. So I don't disagree with you on that one.
Yeah, I used to cook them, you know, back in my days of cooking. And, like, you're only allowed to cook them for, like, a minute on each side. Otherwise, like, it'll, like, completely, like, tarnish the entire, like, it'll just burn. Like, it's not good.
Yeah.
And people would, like, eat them, and they'd be like, it's pink in the middle. And I'm like, yeah, it's, like, literally, they just dump chemicals and beet juice in this to make it look like a burger. Like, I know it looks like raw meat right now to you, but that's how it's supposed to look, because that's how they're trying to force it to look like that, because that's what they know the fucks really want. So yeah,
like, I would take a rib sandwich from a gas station. I would take sushi from a gas station.
Oh yeah, I probably.
And I mean that. This shit's horrible.
I don't know. Sushi is pretty.
I would.
For me to get at a gas station. I think
over the Impossible shit, I would do. I don't know. All right, number 3 on the bottom for me. I do feel a sneeze coming out. I don't know if it's going to happen now or later. Yes, number 3 on the top for me. On the top. Yes. So now we're doing top.
You misspoke. So.
Well, let's get with the program here, okay? Number 3 on the top. This one, not one I eat often, to be honest with you. I don't go there very often either, but I do think it's a good burger. I think that Burger King Whopper, just the classic Burger King Whopper, I think is really good. I think that the commercials, how they talk about like it's flame grilled or whatever shit, I think you can genuinely taste the difference. I really can. When I like bite into it and I'm chewing it, I can genuinely taste the difference between like that and like a McDonald's, a Wendy's, or whatever. I think that it's a great burger. Give me a Whopper from Burger King at number 3.
Number 3 on the bottom for me is a McDouble.
A McDouble?
Yep.
From McDonald's?
From McDonald's.
Isn't that just a regular cheeseburger with 2 of them?
I couldn't tell you what the difference between a double cheeseburger at McDonald's and a McDouble is. But when I was a kid, we used to always get McDoubles, and so it just reminds me of, you know, it's like one of those.
It's just a regular cheeseburger. They just put 2 cheeseburgers on it instead of 1.
I think that there's less cheese on that too. I think a double cheeseburger has 2 pieces of cheese, and I think a McDouble only has 1 piece of cheese.
That's possible. I think it's a horrible burger, but it's okay. It's okay. It's a lot. Number 2 for me is the only actual good burger at McDonald's, and that is the Quarter Pounder. It's the only actual burger. It's the only burgers that aren't frozen. It's the only one that's actually good, and that's a Quarter Pounder. Specifically Quarter Pounder with cheese, if we have to get specific. I don't know who's eating that without cheese, but yeah.
My number 2 on the top is a Whopper, the old classic BK. BK, have it your way.
Have it your way. You rule.
Yep, it's good.
Okay.
Not as good as Cheeto sauce, but it's good.
Part of me believes that we may have the same number 1 right now. So I'm a little excited for that here. All right, I'm going to just spit it out. I'm going to get it out. I'm going to get it out quick. Bacon cheeseburger from Five Guys.
I have a cheeseburger from Five Guys, but I could definitely change that to a bacon cheeseburger easily.
I usually add the bacon while I'm there because it's good, but Five Guys is the shit. Well, this isn't a list that's reviewing prices. You know, we're not talking about which costs what, because you got to take out a small loan to be going to Five Guys. But the burgers are unbelievable, especially their shakes too. We could get to a shake conversation, but the burgers, the shakes, the fries, Five Guys is good shit. Good shit.
I gotta look and see. I'm looking right now to see if Five Guys has a Veterans Day deal, because if they do, I will be going there. Veterans Day is the ultimate day to just go be a fat fuck. Every day is just like, here you go, here you go.
To be a fat fuck, he says.
Here you go, here you go. We went to Applebee's last year. I'll never do that shit again, though.
That's a big meal to be having right before you leave the next morning.
Yeah.
And John said, by the way, I just want to put this out there, talk to him today. He says that Leo will have a pasty that he will save for me, so.
I talked to Leo, and Leo said no. Einstein Bros. Famous Days, Fazuli, Firehouse Subs.
Oh, look at who's just sitting there on their phone. Sitting on his phone during the podcast, folks.
Well, we're just talking about Veterans Day, man. You know, you get a lot of good stuff on Veterans Day. Hooters. Free meal at Hooters. In-N-Out Burger.
You ever been to a Twin Peaks?
I have not. I used to live right next to one, too. It's the craziest part.
You did? I haven't been to one either, to be honest.
I hear the food's really good there. Like, I hear it's like... But, like, that's, like, the one thing about, like, Hooters. Everybody's like, oh, you go to Hooters just to stare at the bitches. And it's like, no. They're like, their food is genuinely really good.
When they used to have that deal for, like, Thursday... I think it was Thursday night football. Maybe it was Sunday night. Pretty sure it was Thursday night football, though. Where you could get... It was $5... I'm trying to think. It was like $5 pitchers, and then it was like either all you could eat or something with the wings too. But it was incredible because you'd spend like $20 and you'd get fucking 3 pitchers and a shit ton of beer. It was or 3 pitchers and a shit ton of wings. It was very good.
Coffee. Wings used to be so cheap back in the day.
Yeah, they're not now. I can tell you that for free.
Like, I remember like wings being like, come in for Wing Wednesday, 15 cents a wing. You go in there for like $2 and you'd be like, dude, I'm full. Like, I can't eat another one. Nowadays, you're like, can I get some wings? Yeah, by the way, we're going to have to put that in the credit card. I'm going to have to make that payment in 4.
They're expensive, dude. I mean, they're not cheap.
Yeah. Well, actually, excuse me. Lauren and I were actually just talking about this upstairs. I feel like the marketing, because, okay, so I read like all like the trading and the post and like a lot of the interviews through the CEOs and stuff in like the finance world. And so Chipotle right now, their last quarter was horrible. So they have saw like a massive decline in certain clientele. So between like 18 and 30, they saw like a drastic dip in people coming in, and it's because what it was is our generation went through this weird thing where it was like all about like health, like getting something healthy, like you're gonna buy something and you want it to be healthy.
Must have went right past me. I must have missed that.
So all these companies now are like, okay, we can start charging more. You know, like you get the tropical smoothies, you get this, you get that. You know, and it's like, it's the perception of health. It's not actually healthy for you. It's the perception. You know, like, oh, I'm eating.
Yeah, it's like the whole.
Burrito bowl.
What is that? What is the movie? The first one was Super Size Me, and then he did a second one about chicken, and he made a chicken restaurant. And if you watch that, it's like Super Size Me 2. It's about chicken. The entire 2 hours, an hour and 40 minutes of it just talks about how they market, name, and put shit up to make things that are not good look good. Like, you're eating a deep fried piece of meat right now. And like they just word it, and like the colors that they use in the building, and the colors on the menu, and how they write the menu. There's like all this psychology shit with how we, like you're saying, how we perceive it to be healthier. Because we want to eat like shit. We want to eat like shit. We just want to feel better and have like third-party verification, that confirmation bias that allows us to think that we're not eating like shit, and that's what it is. That's tropical smoothie in a nutshell.
I can go, yeah. I mean, tropical smoothie. I mean, you're just drinking sugar in a cup. Mm-hmm. I can go to McDonald's and get something for less calories, more proteins, better macros. Then I can go to Chipotle. And I can perceive to everybody that I'm going to be eating healthier because I'm getting that, and then triple the amount of calories I'm going to eat by just loading that bowl with certain things. You know, it's like you get to the end and they're like, "Do you want the honey vinaigrette?" And it's like, "Oh, there you go. There's another 500 calories. Here's a couple hundred calories just in the 3 different salsas you got. Here's it's just
Subway's a lot crazy. Like that too.
So, yeah. So Subway's really bad about that. But anyway, so like we went through that thing, and now we're coming back to like what our parents' generation and our grandparents' generation were in. It's all about perception of value now. Like we're coming back to that, like
because we don't have any money.
Well, yeah. Everybody used to order pizza from Hungry Howie's and Pizza Hut and these and that, this, that, and the other because it was like, hey, you got 2 large pizzas, breadsticks, a 2-liter of pop, wings, and a dessert for $20 back in the day. Like that was a steal. Like mom's not got to cook dinner. You're going to be full, and you're going to have brekkie the next day. So, Chipotle saw that massive decline, and then rather than like what a lot of other brands are coming back to as the value meals, they are actually steering away from that, and now they're going to start marketing towards people who make $100,000 or more $1,000 a year. Because that's who they've seen to do. Because they saw the decline in the classes under that. Because it used to be that Chipotle customers were the people who made between $50,000 and $75,000 a year.
Well,
but their perception,
I don't know.
The perception of value, because their argument, Chipotle's CEO's argument is that the bowls are meant to be priced around $10 a bowl, but you're not going in there and spending $10 on a bowl. You might be lucky to spend 12.
You're also getting a literal fuck ton of food though when you go there. Like if you get a burrito from there, I mean, what is it? What is a standard burrito? Let me just ask, like, what does that cost? $10, $12, whatever.
There, or where?
Yeah, at Chipotle.
Oh, I don't know.
Like I want
10, 12.
You know, rice, chicken, cheese.
You're probably, at least $12.
Okay, like just the burrito or with a drink?
Just a burrito.
So, like, I could spend probably $12 on soft tacos from Taco Bell, and I would not get as much food as I'm getting in a Chipotle burrito.
I can make this. Okay, so like, but the value of Taco Bell is different. So like,
yeah, because I think I'm getting 12 tacos, but those 12 tacos are tiny and provide me nothing. Where one burrito is fucking huge from there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're using the taco argument, but you can go to Taco Bell and get
even a burrito
around similar size for under $5.
Sure, and then I can drop $5 on a large drink.
Okay, I think you're stuck in like the 2018 to 2020 mindset of Chipotle back when like it really was a value. Like you spent the $8 and you got a massive burrito.
I think I'm more shitting on Taco Bell, but yeah, I'm with you.
Because that's what it used to be. Like, you went there and it was like that bowl was overfilling. Like, it was 4 pounds. And it's just not like that anymore. Like
I just feel like the food I'm getting there is a lot better, though, too. I feel like the food I'm getting at Chipotle compared to Taco Bell is a lot better.
It is, but the value isn't there. Like,
well, it's all about perceived
the amount
value.
You're spending to, like, yeah. Like, if you
I would spend more if they were the exact same. If they were the exact same size, exact same weight, exact same whatever, you know, all that was the exact same as like a Taco Bell. I'm just using that as an example, and a Chipotle. I would still go to Chipotle because the food itself is better than it is at a Taco Bell.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can kind of see where you're going. The cheapest burrito you can get there, that's without adding any of the extras to the burrito, you're going to spend $9.
Yeah, I would take it.
And then if you go to Taco Bell, you're going to spend... The Taco Bell app is loading. It's taking a hot second. All right, let's go down to burritos. Pistons 1. That's good. Okay, so a similar, like a comparable burrito at Taco Bell, you're going to spend $7.
Yeah, I'm spending that extra $2. That's not even a conversation. It's not even a conversation.
But you can spend at Taco Bell $9, and you can get.
See, this is the difference. I'm looking at like value of like what the food is, and you're looking at value as in how much am I getting. You're looking at quantity over quality. I'm looking at quality over quantity.
No,
that's the difference.
It's a mix of the two. You have to have a good mix of the two. Like
I agree.
See,
but if worse comes to worse, I'm taking quality over quantity. If it's just at its face value.
The average consumer isn't looking at it that
sure
way. They're looking at like
I don't disagree.
I'm going to spend $12 on one burrito, or I can spend
they're looking at it like we looked at when we were in high school, and we're like, hey, I have $10, you have $10, and we're going to figure out there's no two people in the world who could figure out how to get more for what we have. You know what I mean? So I grasp that logic. But
you know what's funny about that too is the other day Lauren started talking to me about something, and she goes, I just don't know how you find these deals. I don't know how you do this. Like, she goes, because we bought her mom a Christmas gift, and her mom's not going to listen to this. And it's a $500 mixer. We got it for under like $280. I think we got it
Okay.
for like 250. You know, like we got it like literally like 50% off,
Okay.
and we're splitting it between the three family. You know, between her dad, her brother, and us. And she's like, I just don't like. You know, I thought we were gonna have to spend all this money even if we still split it. And
Mm-hmm.
somehow you cut that in half. Like you figured out a way to cut that $500 in half and then split it. And it's just, she's like, it's wild. I've just never met somebody who's so good at finding deals in my life. And it's like, that's what happens when you grow up poor as fuck. You know, when
Yeah.
you're 17 in high school and you're trying to fucking feed two fat kids and you've only got $4.28. You're going to Arby's and you're getting a free fucking slider. Then you're going to McDonald's and you're getting $1.50, two 10-piece chicken nuggets, and then you're going to Burger King and you're getting more chicken nuggets and a chicken sandwich, and then you're going to the gas station and you're getting 89-cent drinks. And then you got a feast.
Yeah, you're not wrong in what you're saying.
Here he is looking at his phone again. Fucking
Well, I was
looking
trying
at
to
some
look up to
parlay.
see one of the. No, I was not. No. No. Yeah, no, I completely agree with what you're saying. I completely agree with what you're saying on that, though. It's just a different time now. It's a different time. You know? It's a different time. We look at things differently these days, you know? And I have a real problem. Like, I'd love to speak with, like, an executive at, like, a Taco Bell, at, like, a McDonald's, you know? I have a hard time with, like, these people come in to these establishments, okay? And they're like, all right, you know, our profit margins aren't great, you know, even though they're making billions of dollars, but whatever. Our profit margins aren't great. So what are we going to do? And it's like time after time after time after time after time, whether it's a fucking Red Lobster, whether it's a McDonald's, Taco Bell, whatever it is. It's like they immediately, the very first thing they do is either fuck up, ruin, or take away whatever like the main thing is that they're known for. And then they try to add some other shit in, you know, Red Lobster. Like the new CEO takes over and goes, well, our profit margins are bad. We got to do whatever, whatever, whatever. What's the first thing we're going to do? We're going to get rid of like the whole unlimited biscuits or whatever the fuck thing, right? Which is like literally the number one commercial they've had for 20 some years, you know? And then you look at like McDonald's, like how they decide to cut corners. Like I want to know why, in their opinion, on like the cheeseburgers and the chicken patties and the whatever else, a slice of cheese is no big deal. You know what I mean? But on a fish fillet, for whatever reason, we got to put half a slice of cheese because we got to shave those profit margins. Like, how much are we saving? Like, it's the little shit like that that I just don't get. I don't
I don't
understand it. It
understand
makes
that.
no sense to me.
I feel like that's just like a part of that thing though, because that's what it's always been. Like they never changed
I
it. That's
get
what a
that,
fish
but
fillet's
it's
always been.
just
But like
why?
if you look back
Why?
at like OG McDonald's, you go watch the Ray Kroc story. It was, you know, it was a squirt of mustard, it was a squirt of ketchup, it was 2 pickles and a pinch of
Yeah.
onions. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
they were the first ones to like have that concept down. Like, you know, you were getting between 35 and 70 or, you know, 35 and 42 fries.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah. But it'd be like if they're like, all right, this patty needs to have 3.5 pickles. So somebody needs to spend some time cutting up some pickles because I need some halves up in this pitch, okay? And like that's how we're going. But it's just like you get what I'm saying. Like they take over these places and they like add shit and get rid of shit that the people want, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's time and time again. It's time and like Taco Bell. They have a great like they brought it back in the like what we get the cheesy double beef burrito. What was it before? Because it was called something else before.
Or
Whatever.
the beefy crunch burrito or something like that.
Yeah, but like they have it, it's great, everybody loves it, get rid of it. And then they come back with it with something new, but I'm just like, I don't know why. Caramel apple empanada, everybody loves it, get rid of it. You know, it's just like it's like weird shit where like they just do this over and over and over again. You see all these establishments that do this shit. You know, I can't wait for Chipotle. This new guy, he's going to be like, you know what? We're getting rid of queso and we're getting rid of guac. You know, you have to figure it out from there. We're not doing guac. We're not doing queso. But we have this new promotion where you can get a free Sprite with an order of chips. That's what they'll do.
I mean, Coke's doing everything they can to just. At this point, they need to just put the Coke bag in the Coke. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Put
get
the
it. To be honest,
cocaine
I don't.
back in Coke.
We gotta just. The problem is because there's no repercussions for businesses. Because like we'll sit here and bitch about this, that, or the other, and then we'll just go there tomorrow. You know, we'll just go there tomorrow and get whatever the fuck all over again, and then they're just gonna keep going.
Well, that's the thing. the value thing, like that is coming back because there has been repercussions for these businesses. Like a lot of them, like
Yeah, but it's like, what's the
you look at
repercussions?
Subway.
Like, what's the repercussions? We go from making 1.2 billion to 1.199. Like, how much are they really
No,
dropping? You know
like
what I mean?
okay, like 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 Chipotle, I think just dropped like 24% in a quarter. Like that's a lot. That's a lot to drop in a quarter in sales. Like
Ooh, that sneeze hurt.
like But like McDonald's, like their perception of value was like they just did like their whole monopoly thing again, and they'll see like in this last quarter that they did the monopoly thing, they'll see their sales are up like 180% because
Yeah.
the perception of the value of like the possibility of you winning a Jeep is more important to you than not eating like a fat fuck for the next 3 months.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
like
does Tim
you
Hortons still
got
do the roll up things? Like roll up to win? Remember those?
no, I don't think they do that anymore. But like back in the day, like remember buying like a Pepsi and you turn over the cap and you'd be like, oh shit, man, I want a 20-ounce Pepsi.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
I think that cross
I don't know.
promotions are getting really big too. You know, you look at McDonald's. There's always like the celebrity
Yeah.
meal. You go to like the
Yeah.
Mountain Dew and like the Call of Duty. Like there's a lot of cross promotions where they try to say like this and this, or like
Yeah.
they'll do Taco Bell and like Fritos. The last few years they've been quietly having a nice little fucking little love affair. There's always like Frito this, Flamin' Hot this. They do things like that all the time where they try to add these cross promotions, which I get. That makes
Taco Bell's
sense.
doing that for. Taco Bell's been doing some fun stuff for a hot minute. But yeah, I mean, B-Dubs has brought out their own version of the 2 for $20. You've got Subway's been running the buy one get one for $1 sub lately. You're just starting to see more of these good promotions coming back. Like these.
Well, I think it has to. I think that the economy is so bad and people just don't have money, which is so funny because, I'm not. This could be a really long conversation, but like, I think about the fact that like nobody has any money, okay, and I think it's a personal opinion, but I almost feel like it's more of how we choose to live than it is the reality of like the market and economy and everything else. Because like if I think back to like 80 years ago or 100 years ago or even 50 years ago, like if the economy was this bad and people didn't have the money that they had, like they would just stop doing things. Like they would not be going out to eat, regardless of like, because like now we look at like, oh, I got an extra $50. Like, let's go out to Applebee's tonight, or let's go where I'm just making shit up, but you know what I mean. Instead, like 50 years ago, they're like, okay, well, money's tight, the economy's bad, we're just not doing anything, and they just save that money, and then save that money, and then save that money. Where now it's like, I love that everybody bitches and moans about the economy while they're typing on a brand new iPhone. And then they go home and write something up on their brand new MacBook as they're watching TV with their Netflix and Hulu and Amazon and you know what I mean and all this shit. Like, think of how much shit that we have and we pay for on a daily basis, and yet none of us have any money. I'm just speaking as a culture in general. Everybody's driving around in a car. Everybody's got, you know what I mean? They got the new headphones, the new Air Maxes, the new whatever, the new shoes, the new this, the new that, and it's like
A lot of that is like, like modern day consumerism has just taken over. Like
it's
in the
terrible
40s
though.
and the 50s, like consumerism was horrible in the 40s and the 50s. Like that was where Keeping Up with the Joneses was born. Then like they went through a couple of wars. Like they came out of some wars. People started having a little bit of money, so it started the Keeping Up with the Joneses bullshit. Then they went into a couple more wars, and there was a lot more scarcity, and so they kind of got over that. They kind of went into that like survival thing. Like our grandparents kind of were just stuck in like the survival instinct type thing, and then there was like a lot of high paying jobs, and like you're seeing now like more people in trades making more money. You're seeing more white collar people making more money. People aren't sitting at companies for 30 years hoping that one day they might get the opportunity to be the CEO. They're going out and bargaining themselves and saying, hey, I know how to do this, 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 and this, and making more money. Like we truthfully are making a ton more money than like what any person was, like percentage income wise. Like not obviously.
I mean, we're also paying. Yeah, we're also paying a shit ton more as well, right? So I mean, there's that. But I'm just saying, like, I think that right now, I think that the whole Keeping Up with the Joneses has never been worse than right now. I think that people's priorities are fucked. I think that their priorities are way fucked. I think that people, I'm speaking
Yeah.
about myself as well, but like, it's hard to prioritize
Mhm.
shit, when you're just doing this and doing that and doing this. Like, I'm not hurting, but like, I'm sitting here
Mhm.
like scrolling on Amazon. It's like, oh, I need to get this for this week. I need to get this for this week. I need to get this for the week. And like, I love Dan, because like Dan will rock
Mhm.
the. I mean, you'll see him when he's up there. He'll have, once in a blue moon, he might get a new gun or maybe he gets a new house, something like that. But like, he's rocking the same wooden fucking cot that I think was made in 1913. Okay, that's been restitched like 20 times. He has the same one piece overall suit that he wears every year since his great 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 grandfather bought it in 1910. Like, and they just use what they have, and it's like no big deal to them, right? And it's like I'm sitting here like, oh, I should get this new
Mhm.
thing and this new thing. It's like, why? Like, I don't need any of it. I want it. It would be cool to have, but I don't need any of it. You know what I mean? We don't need any of this shit. So I don't know. I don't know. Keeping up with the Joneses is definitely a real thing. It's not even like we're doing it on purpose. It's not like I think I'm saying it's worse now because it's like in our DNA. It's not like the Keeping Up with the Joneses, like the movie The Joneses, where it's like, oh, my neighbor has this cool car, I gotta go get this cool car. Oh, my neighbor has this cool thing, I gotta get this. Oh, my friend has this, I gotta get this. I think it's more of just like a culture. It's just like we have this false expectation that like we need the new iPhone and like we need to get a new pair of shoes and well we need to get that new TV and well obviously I gotta get the new this. You know what I mean? When like we don't. Nobody needs that shit. But we just tell ourselves we do. Like I don't buy something in the sense of
Yeah.
like this guy got a new TV. It was 70 inches, so I need to get one that's 75. Like, I just wanted a big TV and bought a 75-inch. But, like, there's got to be some, shit subconsciously that's like, hey, this is happening.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I mean, yeah. You make a good point. It might not just be like, hey, Jim and Bob down the street bought new cars, so I
Yeah.
want my new cars. But I mean, there is still a lot of that. Like
There's still a lot of that,
you start seeing
absolutely.
like you see like, okay, this person upgraded, this person upgraded, this person
Mm-hmm.
upgraded, this person upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't I upgraded yet? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it might not even be like, but there's also a lot of this perception of like, oh, I make X amount of dollars, so I
Yes.
should
Yes.
have it.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I
Yes.
understand that like that is something that I went through horribly between
Mm-hmm.
19 and 22 years old. Was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, my salary is X amount of dollars. I make more money than
Mm-hmm.
this person, this person, and this person. I
Mm-hmm.
should
So
be
I
able to
should
have
be
this.
getting this and this. Yeah. Well, then we do a lot. I think that
Yeah,
there's a
so it's like,
lot more. I think it's almost more of like it's a lot of confirmation bias. It's a lot of third party
yeah,
confirmation bias. Like it'll be like I don't know. I'm going to make an
yeah,
example and say like let's say you bought a new iPhone, and I'm like my iPhone
mm-hmm,
is like 3 years old, and then I'll call you and be like, so do you like
mm-hmm,
the new iPhone, right? And you're like, yeah, dude, the camera is 10 times better. The fucking battery life is better. This like it's night and day from the phone like you have to now. It's this, and then I'm just sitting there like just getting all that confirmation on the fact that what I do need a new one. Absolutely, I need a new one. Like he got this new one. It's got this, this, and this. Of course, I need it, and then I just go get it. And I might have wanted it
yeah.
originally, but I'm not going to just buy it. I got to get like that third party approval.
Thing,
That means nothing to me.
yeah. The other thing is like things also just don't last like they used to. Like you don't like like you used to buy an iPhone, like you bought the 4S, and you had that until long after the 6 was out. Then
Yeah.
sometime around like when the 6 came out, and the 7 and the 8, like all the like that generation, it was just like the constant upgrade. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was like the first thing that did it. Like cars, you used to buy a truck, and that was your truck for 5 to 10 years. You paid it off, and then you drove it for an additional 5 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You kept it, and now it's like the okay, well you paid it off, and but now it's
Well,
got
I talked to
120,000 miles, and like
I won't say like specifics, but a person that you and I know who was married, got divorced, is now with somebody else. The person that he was married to was big into marketing. Like she was pretty high
mhm,
up at a specific place and did marketing. And I used to love talking to her. And we got into like a deep conversation about what you're talking about now. And like two small examples, but on a larger scale, is like with phones. It was like when they started doing like the Samsung Forever and the iPhone Forever, because it's like every single year you'll have a brand new phone. Every time a new phone comes out, you have it. You don't have to worry about upgrading. As soon as a new one comes out, you'll get it. And then with cars, like you're talking about how it's like we used to drive forever and do this, it's like, well, why would you own it? And then you have to deal with all the problems once it gets old. No. Just pay me 3 times more and we'll lease it to you. Okay? And then you just get a new one every couple years. And then once we get you locked on, and once you're loving that idea of, I get a new car every couple years, I don't worry about the maintenance, I don't worry about the longevity problems. It's like renting an apartment and putting grease down the trap. Not my problem. Now what we'll do is we'll start throwing the deals in there. Because now actually it might be cheaper for you to lease this than it is to buy it. And if it's cheaper to lease it and you don't have to worry about all that, why wouldn't you lease it? And I'll tell you what, on this iPhone Forever plan, because you're transferring from Verizon to T-Mobile, we'll just pay for it for the first 2 years. We'll pay whatever the credit is, and then you're good. And then you're on it. You know what I mean? And like she was just talking to me about like how these companies like do that shit. And how, like, it seems like nothing to us. Like, oh, it's just another promotion. Oh, Hank Kraft is doing a deal on leases. But there's so much thought in, like, these huge, massive corporations. Like, whether it's a car industry, phone industry, food industry, any of them. Like, the amount of money that they spend on, like, marketing. And I don't mean marketing as, like, putting commercials out. But just, like, promotions and deals and, like, different ways to get people to spend their money on it. It's insane how much money it's insane. It's insane how much money these mass like marketing companies and corporations who partner with other businesses to like build them up. The money is unbelievable because it's what they do. They know that shit, dude. And like they know how the human, and I'm too fucking stupid. And I'm just like, oh shit, the lease is cheaper, so let's do this. And it's just crazy. It's weird. I don't know. That's a rant, but yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, like our great-grandparents or grandparents fell for it. Like, hey, like, it was, back in the day, it was a vacuum salesman. Some guy used to knock on your door and say, hey, here's some vacuums. Like, this is the best vacuum you're ever going to see. And he'd vacuum your carpet with it, and then he'd pull it out, and he'd be like, look at all the stuff that's trapped in this filter. And your grandma's like, Ronald, I have to have this vacuum. The guy says it's only $10 a month for us to own it for a year.
Yeah, I got a question for you. We can end it after this, and I'll try to make. I do have to go to the bathroom, so I'll try not to make it too long here. But I honestly, I want to know your opinion. This would be like I would just FaceTime you and ask you anyways, but I forgot to ask you about it, and now it's in my brain. Have you seen the new idea about, and it probably will happen, about them going to a 50-year mortgage
to a 50-year
on houses?
Mortgage? Yeah.
Yeah. So let me give you my two, and then I want you. Yeah, let me give you my two, okay? And then I'll let you go for as long as you want. 1, my first instant reaction is like, holy shit, is that horrible? I'm like, that's terrible. Because A, like, you'll never have equity in your home ever. Like, you'll never have equity in it. B, like, you will pay so much money in interest, you could probably buy another fucking house. So that's my first one. My second one, and also point 1 is like, I feel like we've kind of tried doing this type of shit before, and this is how, like, the whole fucking housing market crashes and everything because we start giving loans to people. The one loan company I know just lowered their standards by like fucking 60%, which is god awful. My second opinion is the bad part. It's the part on why people do it. It's like it's so fucking hard to buy a house right now. It's so hard. It's so hard, and my brain's like, if that would get it done and it would get like into a house, like why the fuck would I not do it? And like if I can refinance whatever later on, cool. But then you never do that. You know what I mean? And then you're in that. It's just, I don't know. Go for it. Give me you.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing as the 84-month car loan. It's like everybody's like, you don't do anything over 5 years on a car loan. But nowadays, like you see all these people and you're like, how is this person who's a secretary driving a brand new Ford
Escalade? Yeah.
Well, then it comes out, they have a 75 month buyout program or whatever. Or like, oh, they did a special thing. Like they took $1,500 off if you did 84 months. Like so basically, I paid for half a year of my payments if I did it that way. So it's that thing, and then like you said, it's like it's going to help a lot of people get into homes, but it's also going to hurt a lot of people. Like, how are you supposed to gain equity in something that you
Mm-hmm.
are essentially never going to own. But there
Mm-hmm.
is now a new one along with this 50-year, and it's called the YOMO loan. You only move once loan. And that is the, like, so you got to remember, like, what the goal of, so this is why it's being brought up, because, like, the whole goal of the 30-year mortgage was that you bought it when you were 20 and you paid it off when you were 50. You never were supposed to move.
So when you
Like
retire,
this whole,
yeah.
like, mm-hmm, this whole new age thing of, like, hey, we buy, you buy a starter house, and then you go from a starter house to a middle house, and you go from the middle house to a nicer house. You live in that nicer house between 50 and 65. When you're 65, you sell it, and you buy something smaller again. Back in the day, it was just like, hey, you bought a 3-bed, 4-bath. You're gonna live in this for the rest of your life. So you spent 30 years of it paying for it. That is what this 50-year thing is supposed to be, and that's what this new YOMO loan is supposed to be. So the YOMO loan is supposed to be on new constructions. So, like, it starts at like 400,000, and I think it is 50 years. Honestly, I don't know what the I just learned about the YOMO loan today, so I don't have a lot of information on it. But that's the goal of it. That is essentially that was what FDR's goal of the 30-year mortgage was. That is what the new goal of the 50 years.
So are you
Hey,
against it? Do you understand it? Like, what's your opinion on signing up for a 50-year mortgage?
I mean,
Is
I
it
understand
situation
it.
based?
Am I going to say I'm
Is it
running out?
situation based? No, I'm
Yeah.
not saying you're going to run out there and do it, but
I
I'm
mean, it
thinking
depends.
that I feel like I'm not. This might be a conversation for off the podcast too, but I mean, I just feel like for certain people to get them into a home quicker,
Mm-hmm.
it just make just because it's like the way that the way it is right now. Like, here's the reality: is like it's fucking impossible to buy a house. It just is. It costs so much money. The interest rates are so high. So okay, cool, we drop the interest rates,
Mm-hmm.
but then the fucking market is going to do exactly what it did during COVID, and these houses are going to fucking skyrocket even more than what they are right now. So it's like it's just an
Mm-hmm.
impossible task to get into a house. So it's like for those families
Well,
and those people
I
that want it, I'm not like against it.
yeah. I yeah, I mean, like, the people who are having a harder time getting into a home, yes, it is very helpful for them. But along with that, like, it's solving one issue and creating another issue is the issue.
Yes,
Like, that is
I think it's like
like this is
it solves the short term, but it hurts the long term.
yeah.
Right?
But
I mean, it gets you in a house quick, but then you're fucked
the
long
thing
term.
is, it's like we're no longer in a housing crisis. So I feel like part of this is a way to almost um, reassist in buying something. Like, because back in the day, it was like, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm taking this. So,
I get it. No, because you're saying it's like it's there's no such thing as like the American dream because nobody values the American dream anymore. In the sense of like we just talked
yeah.
about, like, the leasing the cars and the phones. There is like very little
Mm-hmm.
pride, I guess you can say, in owning something. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It used to be like,
Yeah.
that guy's house is really awesome and he's got a really cool four-wheeler. My four-wheeler is 25 years old and my house is run down, but I own it. You know what I mean? I own this. This is
Mm-hmm.
mine. That guy's renting it. He's renting that four-wheeler, or leasing it. He's renting the house. So, like, it's awesome, but, like, it's not
Oh yeah.
his.
Like,
This is mine. I own this land. I own this house. Where in today's world, there's just very little of that. So I like the idea that whole 50 or whatever thing, it kind of promotes that back into, like, you know what? It is what it is. Like, if we just look at it at face value and say, you know what? Yeah, dude, you're going to pay a literal fuck ton of money in interest, but you're given something to get something. What you're getting is owning a fucking house and owning land and owning, you know what I mean?
the one thing I can say that'll be nice about it, and, like, is that it will create more competition within, like, the whole, like, hey, I want a 30-year mortgage, so I expect to buy this house at, under 5%, and
Mm-hmm.
like,
Because I mean, like, what
there'll
does
just be
that
more
change? Does it
competition with
change like what you can get? Like, let's just say a house is $300,000, okay, and I divide that by 30 years, divide that by 12 months. That's not right. I did something right wrong there. Divide that by
yeah.
30. There we go. I'm with it now.
Okay, let's say
So
you want to buy a
say
$300,000 house.
800. So I'm doing no math, no interest, just straight up right now, okay, just to get basics out of the way. So $300,000 divided by 30 divided by 12, $833. Okay, $300,000, $833 a month. Now let's say I did 300,000, I divide that by 50, and then I divide that by 12. It's 500. So it is. So it gives you the ability to buy more house. So my question is it that the people who can't get in now can now get into those lower level houses with it, and then the people who can get into those lower level houses can now get into those more medium houses because of it? Does that make sense?
I just got a notification on here that said that your recording had stopped due to an incoming call. I don't know if you got a call.
My recording?
Yeah.
I'm on my iPad. I don't have any calls coming in. My phone's right here.
No. I don't know. You blanked out and it said that your recording had stopped. So.
Sorry. I was just saying, like, I think that, like, the lower level people who can't get into a house at all can now get into those low houses, and then the people who can get into the low houses can maybe get those upper houses.
I don't know how that's going to work. I really don't. There's no like official like writing or anything like that. Like my guess is that it'll be like you have to be under a certain age and it'll have to be under a certain price for you to buy a 50, because they don't want a 50-year-old man with heart disease trying to buy a $750,000 house at a 50-year mortgage and then dying in 5 years.
Gotcha. Yep.
So I mean, that's my guess behind it, but I have no idea. Like it might be like a starter home loan. I have no idea what it'll be. So.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
The devil will be in the details of this one. So.
I suppose it's just something that was new, and it did interest me. So.
I think this was a decent pod. I think I'll have a little bit of editing to do, and I think I'll have to get it up before we go to deer camp. I got my work cut out for me, but hey, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, get us to 100 subscribers so I can eat that shit.